welcome back. A little bit of a predicament, travelling all this way north for relocation and then heading all the way back south. You can probably guess the reason why. I'm at Newcastle Central Station, heading back to King's Cross for this weekend. That's right, off to the Carabao Cup final. Armed with my trusty Sony A7, we'll be taking in some of the sights and soaking up some of the atmosphere and capturing as much footage as I can and finding some, hopefully, engaging people, not completely like drunk out of the brains people, and getting some of the banter and some of the atmosphere and trying to get that across to you guys. So kick back, grab a brew, put your feet up and enjoy the rest of the vlog, which will be kind of snippets from traveling, interviews, atmosphere and photography that I've captured along the way. See you in a bit.
Morning. It's the morning of the cup final, or the morning after the night before, however you want to look at it. Yeah, I didn't go to Covent Garden last night. I chose instead to have a couple of drinks and a meal with a couple of friends and have a much quieter event than the rest of the native Toon army. The reasons for that being it's probably nerves and excitement, to be honest with you. There's a chance today, but it's a very slim chance. Liverpool are a classy outfit, and the serial winners, and they have been since the 70s, which I can appreciate. That's possibly before many of you were even born. So up until this segment, you'll have noticed there's a lack of photography from last night because I chose to not capture those moments because that was personal to us, and we were all reflecting on the amount of times we've been to Wembley in the past with Newcastle United, and the amount of times that we've gone back home trophyless, and it was quite a good session. It was it was quite open and honest, and I wasn't expecting it. Some of them spoke about how supporting the club over the years has affected the mental health, which is it's relative. You know, I'm sure people watching this now can relate to that. You know, things affect you. These things affect you. I don't know how it's going to go today. I'm excited. I'm very nervous, and ultimately, I hope we show up. I hope we show up. I'll be taking the Pocket 3 with me, and I will be capturing some footage, so you're probably going to see that after this segment. So hopefully you've enjoyed it up to now, and you don't get too bored, and you can enjoy the rest of the video, and then you can let me know at the end what you think in the comments. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm probably not presenting as my normal self because I've got a lot going around in my head, and I've got a lot in here just fluttering, butterflies, racing heartbeat, sweaty palms, and I'm not even playing. I mean, I probably could, you know, if they wanted me to, and they got stuck, you know, I probably got 20 minutes in my legs. But yeah, there's someone ringing me now. They want to know where I am. I'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye.
Remember, there is a strict no street drinking policy on Olympic Way and the area surrounding Wembley Stadium. This is part of a public space protection order, so anyone caught drinking alcohol outside will be asked to hand it over.
At the end of the game, no penalties, by the way, please.
That was up. There's a lot of people that said when we were here a couple of years ago we didn't make enough noise. Are we going to make enough noise today?
Seriously, I didn't think you'd be eating so well before the game.
The awards for today's match officials. Referee John Brooks, assistant referees Eddie Smart and Nick Greenhouse, fourth official Darren England, and reserve assistant Stephen.
Hello everyone, welcome to Northumberland. We made it back in one piece following just a fantastic weekend in the capital city, one that was a little bit unexpected. I mean, I don't know what all those nerves were about really now, in hindsight. Flipping heck, football, eh? The beautiful game. And a cruel mistress sometimes, right? Yeah. It was great. It still hasn't really sunk in. There was a lot of emotion. There was a lot of tears. There was a lot of joy. There was a lot of jumping up and down with strangers. There was a lot of shaking strangers' hands and hugging complete people that we'd never seen before. All that took place. So, yeah. And there was lots of shouting, as you can probably tell by the vocal cords sounding probably a little bit gruff and a little bit different. But it was fantastic. And Newcastle did themselves proud. They did the fans proud. And they did the city proud. And I think it would be possibly fair to say on this occasion that the better team won on the day. And it might have been a little bit unjust had Liverpool snuck back into it at the end. But Liverpool fans might feel differently about that. The ones we met at the ground were very magnanimous about their view of the day. And they had felt themselves that the better team had won. And they were actually pleased for us. But I think being serial winners that they are and enjoying that level of success they've had since the 1970s, which I'm fully aware is probably before some of you guys were even born, they can afford to let one go, maybe. And we did it. We did it. I still can't believe it. Just still can't believe it. I'm absolutely inside. I'm just bursting with pride. Something that I never thought was going to happen. Even after the takeover, I just didn't think it was going to happen. You know, you might be thinking why. And I think only Newcastle fans would relate to it when I say because we're Newcastle United. Sometimes we manage to, you know, serve up defeat from the jaws of victory. We're always the bridesmaids. But not anymore, are we? Not anymore. Big Dan Burn as well. I'd said before the game, I'd said to people, and they'll be watching this, because I'll be sending them the link, they'll be watching this. I said to people before the game, I fancy 2-1. Don't know why, I just did. And I fancied Dan Burn to get the winner. And they were like, oh, wow, that's quite a shout. Why do you think that? And I said, it's because it's the romance of the occasion. And you've got to think about the journey Dan Burn was released by the club, ended up working in a supermarket. Then he signed for some lower league teams. He's played his way around all of the leagues, ending up at Brighton, seeing the takeover happen, thinking he would never get his chance to play for his hometown club and his beloved Newcastle. Then he gets bought as part of the takeover shake-up. He plays in the Champions League. He gets his England call up. He scores a goal at Wembley, our first goal at Wembley. He sets us on the way towards victory. He played fantastic. You could see he was so committed and he wanted it, and he ends up lifting the cup. If that's not romantic, I don't know what is. And any of you budding screenwriters in Hollywood, if you want a story, there's one right there. So, I don't even want to cut of it. I'll just have a walk-on part. That'll do me. I mean, you've seen what I've got, right? You've seen what I've got. What's happening for the rest of the week? Recovery. Get these vocal cords sorted for a start. And then, I don't think there's any plans this weekend. I think it might be out over the weekend for a few little celebratory drinks and a meal, just to kind of let it sink in a little bit more. Why not? And on Friday, I think I'm out with a drone. I'm going to be out with a drone and with the camera. I'm going to be visiting one of the sites that I mentioned on the previous video when I mentioned there's over 260 sites that I've identified. I'm going to be going to them and doing some photography and getting the drone going as well. So looking forward to that. Yeah, this video has been a little bit different. And thanks for hanging around if you're still here by now. I really appreciate that. But the channel's not just about photography. Yes, it's a new passion. Yes, I'm learning it and I'm loving the journey that I'm on with it. But it's also about sharing some experiences and moments that I'm living through in my life for you, which some of you will find interesting and some of you won't. That's just the way it goes. No hard feelings and all that. But we'll be out again, end of the week. And the next video, yeah, will be more photography based. I didn't spend that much time with the camera this weekend because I wasn't quite sure how social environments were going to go, whether they were going to be steady, which ultimately they were eventually, or whether they'd get out of control and they'd end up a bit messy, which they didn't. So yeah, and I missed an opportunity really. I could have took the camera to Wembley with me, but I didn't think ahead. They've got a bag policy where you can take an A4 size bag in, and I could have put it in there and then put it in the locker and squared it away, which for £10 isn't too bad. So I could have captured a load of that. So yeah, that's on me that. I've missed that. That's on me. I've missed that opportunity. I'm just looking out the window because one of the dogs is sat on the sofa looking out the window. Like Lord of all he surveys out of there. Yeah, he's going to be getting down off there in a moment. Yeah. In fact, you better get down now. Yeah, thank you. I'll leave it to you to guess which one that was. All right, I'm done. I'm going to have a brew. I'm going to enjoy some of this beautiful Northumberland sunshine. I've got a few chores to do this week. I'm out and about at the end of the week with the drone and the camera, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed some of the footage that I captured from inside of Wembley and some bits and pieces from outside of the ground as well. And that's it. All right, love yous loads. See you later. Bye-bye.